What's up, everybody? Okay, so it's been about 2 weeks with the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, and I thought I'd take a moment to tell you a little bit about the things that I love about this phone and the things that are not so great. Overall, excellent phone. I would give this phone A- if I had to give it a grade. The camera is incredible. It's been talked about. However, I noticed that pictures compared to the iPhone 7 Plus were sometimes hit or miss. Sometimes the iPhone's camera actually captured a better image than the Galaxy S8 Plus. So is it the reigning supreme camera? No, I don't think I'd give it that categorization. But the images that you get from this camera are nothing to sneeze at. Video looks beautiful, but what I don't like is that with the iPhone 7 Plus, there is an app called Hyperlapse that you could put on the phone, and it gives you buttery smooth video. And with the Android community, I haven't really found an app that works in the same way. And while the image stabilization in this camera is great, I find that I can get a better video with Hyperlapse on the iPhone camera, and I think it's just an iOS app right now. As far as the aesthetics of the phone, it is beautiful. It is, I mean, there's no denying that with the small chin on the bottom and the small forehead, you get a 6.2-inch screen, and watching videos from YouTube or consuming media on this phone is absolutely incredible. You can't compare it to any other phone, and so when it comes to the OLED screen, the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus reigns supreme. As far as the always-on display, I like it, but the icons that show you your missed notifications are uber small. And so I find myself clicking, I don't know if you can see this, clicking on the power button to wake it up so that I could actually see the notification up close to see what I missed. On that, I would give it a thumbs down. I think the icon should be bigger, and I think there should be a flashing. This bar that shows up here should actually show up on the screen and then disappear so that you can at least catch a glimpse of the notification before it hides it on you. So in that instance, I'm not so crazy about it. The other thing I don't like is that the lock screen clock, if you see right there, is different from the always on display clock. There, I think maybe you can see it there. I picked this one as opposed to the analog one that's there because I don't like it, and there's no way to change it, and it's very frustrating. So I'm hoping Samsung will come out with a software update that will allow you to change everything on the lock screen. Right now you can't change anything at all. It is what it is, which you may be able to change the wallpaper on the background, but you can't change the information that's on it itself. So I'm hoping that will change. As far as size, this thing fits in my hand very, very well. I know it's only a few millimeters smaller than the iPhone 7 Plus, but that few millimeters makes a big difference. It holds in the hand very, very well, and I enjoy that about it. On the downside, it is a slippery phone. And so if you don't have a case, you're gonna need a case for it. Otherwise, you're taking a chance of dropping it, and it is all glass construction, so you're gonna crack it. I had it in my back pocket, and numerous times from the back pocket I found it on the floor. I found it on the side in my car, and as I sit down, because it sticks out a little bit, the second I sit down it pushes out of my pocket like this, and then it's not long before it falls out of my pocket and lands on the floor, and so that's one downside. So what I've been doing is I've been taking it and putting it in my front pocket, but because it's so tall, in my front pocket, my leg, bending my leg so that I can get in my car or whatever, has been a challenge. Now I'm asking myself why Samsung would make two identical phones, and one would be slightly bigger than the other, but only slightly. You get a 5.8-inch screen on the Galaxy S8, and you get a 6.2-inch screen on the Galaxy S8 Plus. Now that's only 0.4 inches on a screen, which if you get the Galaxy S8, the screen on that phone is already bigger than the iPhone 7 Plus. So why this one? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's that much value. There's nothing differentiating it from the smaller one. So I have a feeling their more popular phone will be the Galaxy S8, but I could be wrong, but it's just my gut feeling. They've done a much better job with their UI. It's not as laggy as it was in the Galaxy S7 Edge, and it's cleaner. I think it's closer to Android stock as you can get, which I think they're finally listening, because it was a complaint for a very long time. Security on this phone, they have the fingerprint scanner on the back, which I don't even try to use. It is just in such an awkward position. You gotta end up trying to reach up to try to unlock it up here, and I keep missing, and you're trying to find it, and you're trying to see where the camera is, and it's just not, it wasn't well thought out, let's just say, the placement of that fingerprint scanner. Then there's the iris scanner, and the iris scanner is, for the most part, probably the most accurate as far as using it to unlock my phone. However, it does have its downsides. One is in the morning when you're groggy and your eyes are barely open, you get a message that says, open your eyes wider. So I don't know, you know, now you gotta sit there in the morning and you're like, trying to open your eyes wide so it can read your eyes. That's a downside to it. The other thing is when you're outside in sunlight, it doesn't see your eyes. It's horrible. And so I end up entering the pin when I'm outside in full sunlight. But it does see through your sunglasses, and it does see you at night very well. Just it has trouble outside in the sun. And then the facial recognition for me, I don't even use, because it was also hit or miss. It wasn't as fast as everyone claims it was, not for me anyway. And so I end up using the iris scanner for the most part, and in instances where it doesn't see my eyes, I enter my PIN. And then I started finding myself using my PIN more and more just because it was just easier. A lot of the methods to unlock the phone just seemed gimmicky to me. This Bixby button, let's talk about that. Very frustrating. Bixby didn't work very well for me. I think Samsung has a long way to go before Bixby is a viable AI. In the meantime, Samsung should allow you to remap this button so that you can use it for something else, because Bixby right now is a thumbs down. I could see the potential for it. I see the promise, but right now, thumbs down. One of the things that has changed on this phone compared to the Galaxy S7 Edge is that if you're going to take a screenshot, it used to be the home button plus the power button. But because it no longer has a home button, you use the power button and the volume down button to take your screenshot. Tip if you don't know that, I had to figure that out. The other thing is that, again, there is no home button. So there's a little virtual home button with some haptic feedback. And for me, sometimes I find that I have to hit that button twice to get the phone to open up. And so I'm not sure if the finger placement has to be precise on this little square, because it is a very small little square at the bottom of the phone for you to put your finger on, and if you don't put it on exactly, it just, like I said, overall, this is a very good phone. I really have enjoyed it the last 2 weeks. We'll see how it goes moving forward. I just wanted to give you a quick update. I like it. I give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comment below. As always, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you at the next episode.